Hey guys, in today's video, I want to introduce what I think is one of the best indicators on TradingView, the Support Resistance Breaks and Retests by ChartPrime. This indicator identifies potential support and resistance levels based on pivot points and volume, and then draws these levels as boxes. It also detects when price breaks through or holds these levels, and provides signals when these happen. Let's take a look at how the indicator works. Let's start with the inputs. Lookback period determines the number of bars to look back when identifying pivot highs and lows. Volume filter length sets the length for the delta volume filter, which influences the detection of high volume boxes. A higher value will filter out boxes with lower volume. Box width adjusts the width of the drawn support and resistance boxes relative to the average true range ATR. Now let's take a closer look at how the code works. You can see the user inputs that we just went through at the top here. Scrolling down a bit, the calc support resistance function is the core of the indicator's logic for identifying support and resistance boxes. For volume filtering, it calculates a volume threshold vol_high, vol_low, based on the highest and lowest delta volume over the vol_len period. This helps focus on support and resistance levels formed with relatively high volume. Remember that the vol_len variable is a user input set above. The next thing the code does is find pivot points. The indicator uses TradingView's inbuilt T8.pivotHigh and T8.pivotLow functions to identify pivot high and low points over the specified loopback period. Next comes the box creation for support and resistance levels. For support levels box creation, if a pivot low is detected and the delta volume, is greater than vol_high, a support level is identified at the pivot low price. This is the support level variable. The lower boundary for the box with the variable support level _1 is calculated by subtracting a width determined by the average true range, ATR, multiplied by box_width user input. A green box is then drawn between these levels, extending from bar_index, loopback period to the current bar_index. The box's color intensity depends on the volume. The box also displays the volume within it. Similarly, when it comes to box creation for resistance levels, if a pivot high is detected and the vol is less than vol_low, indicating negative volume, a resistance level is identified at the pivot high price resistance level. An upper boundary, the resistance level _1 variable, is calculated by adding the ATR adjusted width. A red box is drawn, and it also displays the volume. Next we come to breakout and hold conditions. The indicator checks for price action relative to the identified support and resistance levels. Breakout _res is true when the low price crosses below the lower boundary of the resistance box, resistance level _1. This signifies a potential breakout of resistance. Res_holds is true when the high price crosses below the upper boundary of the resistance box, resistance level. This suggests that the resistance level is holding. Sub_holds is true when the low price crosses above the lower boundary of the support box, support level. This suggests that the support level is holding. And breakout _sup is true when the high price crosses above the upper boundary of the support box, support level _1. This signifies a potential breakout of support. Last but not least, we have the visualization of breaks and holds. The indicator uses plot chart to display small diamond-shaped markers at specific locations when a hold condition is met. A green diamond below the bar indicates support holds. Conversely, a red diamond above the bar indicates resistance holds. The indicator changes the color and border style of the support and resistance boxes when a breakout occurs. If breakout_sup occurs, the support box turns red with a dashed border, visually indicating a break of support. If the price then moves back above the original support level, sup_holds, the box reverts to its original green color and solid border. The opposite is true for breakout from resistance. Hope you guys find this indicator useful. In summary, the SR Breaks and Retests ChartPrime indicator identifies potential support and resistance zones based on pivot points confirmed by high volume. It visually represents these zones as boxes. It then monitors price action to detect breakouts and instances where price holds these levels. Furthermore, it attempts to identify situations where a broken level might be acting as a new level of support or resistance, providing visual cues for these potential retest scenarios.